welcome to Old Grognard Gaming. I'm your host Eric. I hope you enjoy my little show, just sharing what I do. I wargame. My wargame. I enjoy wargaming as a whole, and I am kind of in that intermediate period of the second generation of wargaming. I play with the old gamers. I play with young gamers. And I just wanted to talk about what I do and guide you through some of the projects I'm going to get started on. So, excuse the mess. I'm in a temporary shop right now for my 3D printer and other models. And you can see right here my mess of miniatures that I'm working on that I just got 3D printed. And then I hope that take a little time together and show you some things, and maybe a little trip up down memory lane, maybe for the first time. I'm not going to be too professional. I have never done videos before. With the encouragement of my good friend Galen, you can find his his YouTube on his channel on YouTube and enjoy his. He's a good guy. You guys should watch him. I'll put it down below as soon as I figure out how all it works. So please forgive me for please forgive me for some of the weirdness or the unprofessionalism that I have no idea how this works yet. So let's just have fun together. If you guys enjoy this, please come with me. But as I'm going to relight real quick. I want you to sit down, get your favorite drink, I have a little bit of whiskey right here. A little bit of smoke. Good blessings from God. Good blessings from God. Little things like that He's given us to enjoy. So, how did I get into wargaming? So wargaming for me started when I was, I want to say 8, or even earlier, about 6 or 7. My dad played a game called Starfleet Battles, and it's a board game. It's still around actually. And it's based off the old Star Trek and the old Star Trek animated series. And you just throw around starships. You fill out these energy allocation charts. You have to manage your energy. And as you take damage, you get less energy. Your weapons get destroyed. Wonderful game, actually. Wonderful board game. You can still find it by Amarillo Design Bureau. They still sell the whole thing. In fact, you can buy the older one on Drive-Thru RPG, Commander's Edition. I highly recommend it. It's a blast. And if you like Star Trek or battles and space battles, I'm sure you'll love that game. It's micromanaging at the finest level, one starship versus one starship blowing each other up. My dad used to play that for hours and hours when I was a young kid. So anyway, when I became older, a little older, this was in Germany. My dad was stationed there. One of his guys went to the UK and got an old Rogue Trader Warhammer 40k First Edition, and I saw them play with it with Axis and Allies pieces and Legos. And as a small kid, I didn't quite understand, but these were the founding years of gaming for me. Then my dad got stationed in Oklahoma, and there was a little game store called the Game Shack in Lawton Fort Sill area, and by a good man named Orville. I still remember his name. Anyway, I was about 9 years old in the early 90s, and every Sunday after church, my dad took me to the game store for about 5 hours, and we played a game called Tank Charts. Actually, I have a rule set right here. I actually was able to find one. Let's see if I can get. So, once he makes it, I think he's still around. I think he's making another game. Anyway, it is not glorious at all, but you can tell. See if I can get a better picture. Some of the rule sets, but the cool part about this is that every major tank in the war actually had penetration values and armor values of each section, and there was rules for infantry and everything else like that. My dad bought I want to say a battalion of Americans, and these little itty bitty 6mm. At the time, they're called 1/285 scale, but we call it 6mm now as approximate. And I just remember him having his little tanks and infantry on top of his dresser in my parents' room, and I just fell in love. I was like, ooh, miniatures, models that I could play with. I was already doing some modeling, really horribly, of course, using tester paints, and I had no idea how to paint. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the mic. So we would play, and I got to know some older gentlemen, mostly military. I also played Rogue Trader a little bit. I didn't quite understand it. I loved it though. 28mm was great, and this was before they got super huge. And then I decided that I wanted to do some of this stuff. Now, after that, we moved to Colorado after my dad got out of the military, and I played with nobody. Me and my dad actually just played Micro Armor, Car Wars. Oh, I love Car Wars. Car Wars is such a fun game. I love 2nd edition Car Wars. I have it. I even have some of the pocket Car Wars stuff, and it's hard to find players now to play these type of games. They're more on the gritty side of rules, almost sometimes unplayable, if you know what I mean. You gotta have to fidget sometimes. It's okay to fidget rules to make it work. Tank Charts is kind of like that too. There's another game I played for World War II. It's called Command Decision. That one's a little bit more clean, but that was made in 1984. But it was designed for bigger battles. So Tank Charts is designed for maybe platoon level at the biggest. But I just remember a lot of good times with my dad, and thankfully we still play games together. I still have that blessing. This Thanksgiving we're going to go play some Warhammer Fantasy Battles. I hope here in a bit. This Thanksgiving, get some 6th edition out and rock that roll. So after a while, got married, joined the military, and I got back into Warhammer 40K, 3rd edition, big time. And I was deployed to Korea, and I played my first tournament there. Fell in love with it. And I played War Machine, Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and other games throughout my period. But now, as I'm getting older, I've kind of come to start focusing on more games, so on what I want. And I love the old metal miniatures more than I like the new plastic miniatures. The plastic miniatures are beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but to me, they lack character. They lack soul. I mean, even my 3D printed miniatures. Let's see. That's for my Human Defense Force one. I'm gonna see if I can get that to go. That didn't focus well, but it's for Human Defense Force for one-page rules. If you guys want to do that, it's kind of a 40K replacement that's in my opinion, superior to 40K, and you get to play with all your toys, and they're starting to do some really good stuff. But I recently just sold about 5 armies of fantasy and 40K, and I'm getting rid of more because I want to focus more on older miniatures that I enjoy and not chasing after materialism. These toys, I believe, need to serve us, not the other way around. Do we serve our toys, or does this toys serve us? I mean, as you guys probably gathered, I'm a Christian. Pretty hardcore. I'm faulty as human, and it's good to realize that. So we need to make sure that we serve, as Christians, the living God only, not our toys. God has given us hobbies, which are good. Men need hobbies. And we need to stop letting things rule our lives. And I haven't been very good at that. Time to change. And it's good. I think 12 minutes, I think this is pretty good. I hope and pray that you guys enjoyed my video. Maybe if there's any discussion down there, I would love to see what you guys have to think. And I'll pray for you guys. Be well. God bless.